வணக்கம், என்னோட பேர் வளர்மதி. இது என்னோட கதை.
This is my story. I was so young when I left Sri Lanka to India. Fleeing as a refugee was hard and still is. It all started when the Sinhalese and the Tamils clashed in a brutal conflict, a genocide that tore our lives apart, leaving us stranded. The Sinhalese discriminated against us just because we were Tamil, and they wanted all of us gone. I was just a little girl, too young to understand why we had to leave our home. But I remember the fear, the chaos that my family went through. Now, as I've grown into a strong woman, I've come to understand it all. My brothers, my family, we were all caught in it. We ran from the bombings, the attacks on us just because we were Tamil. I remember the liberation tigers of Tamil Elam, the LTTE. They were recruiting boys, even from homes like ours, to fight back against the Sinhalese forces. My mother was terrified they'd take my brothers. They came to our door demanding and insisting. My mother refused, knowing that sending them would mean she'd never see them again. But my uncle, he joined the fight, and he never came back. We lived in fear, hiding in bunkers, scrambling from one shelter to the next whenever we heard the sound of helicopters or gunfire. My brothers would carry me on their backs, moving us from bunker to bunker, always running, always hiding. We had a short supply of food, and our hearts were always racing, never knowing when the next bomb would find us. We lost so much. Our home, our safety, even our family. The discrimination was unbearable. Just because we were Tamil, we were denied basic rights and treated as though we didn't belong in our own country. They burned our library, a place where our history, our knowledge, and our pride lived. They tortured our people, trying to break us, to silence us, which impacted the Tamils severely. To this day, we tell our children and grandchildren about the war, about the discrimination that shaped our lives. We remember those we lost and the resilience that kept us moving. We keep our history alive, not in books or monuments, but in stories passed down through generations, hoping the younger ones would be grateful for what they have and where they live and how safe they are. Today, we live in a country like Australia, a place of safety, opportunities, and mainly peace. Here, we have access to education, healthcare, and freedom that we once only dreamed of. But it's easy to forget how precious the safety is. It's easy to take for granted the simple things. Walking without fear, knowing you have a place to call home, a future to look forward to. While we live in peace in a country like Australia, millions of people around the world still face war, discrimination, and displacement every day. They wake up to the sounds of gunfire, bombings. They run for their lives instead of running towards their dreams. Their stories are not so different from ours. They're still fighting to feel safe in their own country. We must remember to be grateful. Grateful for all the opportunities we have, for the safety that others are still searching for. And we must never forget those who are still living in fear, who are still searching for freedom that we found. Her hands, my mom's hands, they tell the story of a survivor, of a refugee, a daughter who was just a little girl who was too young to understand why she had to leave her home. They are hands of courage, of loss, of a love that a war could not destroy.